So guys, in this video we'll be talking about binary search. So for those of you who don't know what a binary search is, basically it's a very easy way to find out if a particular number is inside of a particular array or not. So let's see what I mean by that. Let's say for example you're given an array of numbers that is integers 2, 5, 10, 13 and 20, and you're given a number, say for example 14. You are supposed to check if 14 belongs to the array or not. So there are many ways to do this. You could either compare 14 to each number of the array and check it, but that would be very time consuming and would not be the most efficient method. So binary search is way more efficient than that. But binary search can only work if the array of numbers are sorted. So in this case they are sorted in the ascending order. You can also do this if it's in the descending order. Alright, so let's begin. So the first thing we need to know while doing the binary search is the elements of the first index and the last index. Basically by elements, like what I mean is we need to know the first index and the last index. As you guys know, in any array, the first element will always be in the 0th index, the second element will be in the first index. That's a very bad one. First index, and the second element will be, the third element will be in the second index, fourth element will be in the third index, and fifth element will be in the fourth index, right? Okay. So any array has to contain at least one number, right? So we can be assured that the starting element of any array will be in the 0th index. But now the problem comes when we want to find out the last index of an array. So now I just took an array with just 4 indexes for an example, but this can go all the way up to 30 or 40 indexes. So how do we find out the last index of an array? So basically there's a simple way to do that. You basically take the length of the array and do -1 to it. So what I mean by length of the array is just calculate the number of elements in the array and do -1 to it. So in this case the number of elements in the array is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are 5 elements in the array, so you do a -1 to that, you will get 4 as an answer, which means that the last index in your array is 4, right? Okay. Now we know the first index and the last index. Now we have to know the middle index of the array. How do you find that? It's a simple math. First plus last by 2 will give you the middle index of the array. So in this it will be 0 plus 4 by 2, which will give you 2 as the answer, which basically means that 2 is the middle index of this particular array. So now you know the first index, middle index and the last index. So these are the only things you need to know while doing a binary search basically. Okay, now let's get back to our example. I want to check if 14 belongs to this array or not. So after we find the middle index, we'll automatically come to know the element associated with that. So in this case, the number 10 is the element associated with the index 2 or the middle index. So once we know that, we have to first search if the number we are looking for and the element of the middle index is same or not. So we have to check if 10 is equal to 14. Of course it's not equal, right? Then we have to check if 14 is smaller or bigger than 10. So how do we do that? Basically it's just a simple operator in Python, just the more than or less than sign. Okay, so we know that 14 is bigger than 10, right? Okay, since it is an ascending order array, since 14 is bigger than 10, we will be focusing our work only on the right side now. We won't really care about the left side, okay? We'll be focusing all our work on the right side now, since 14 is bigger than 10. So this will be our last index and this will be our first index. Okay, now when we find out that 14 is bigger, we have to shift the first index. We have to shift the first index by doing mid plus 1. So as you guys know, mid is the middle index and we have to do a plus 1 to that. So basically the first index changes from 0 to 3, right? So it will change from 0 to 3. So now 3 is our first index and 4 is our last index. Now take the middle index of this. 4 plus 3 by 2, which will give you the answer as 3.5, which when we convert into an integer will give you the answer 3. So since we know the third index, we can also find out the element of the third index, which is 13. As we know, 13 is not equal to 14. Instead, 14 is bigger than 13, right? So again, we will do mid plus 1. So now since this is the middle one, since 3 is the middle index, we'll change our first index to mid plus 1. So in this case, 3 plus 1 is 4. So now both the first and last index will have the same value. So just find out the middle index of this. It will be 4 plus 4 by 2, right? Which will give you 4 as the answer. And we know that 20 is not equal to 14. And since this is the end of our array, we can confirm that 14 does not belong to this array. It's actually that simple. So I know some of you guys may still have a small confusion in this. Okay, so now let me just show you the opposite way. Now in case I'm looking for the number 2, okay, let me just rub this first. Oh, it's very hard to rub in this. Oops. Okay, so let's just say I'm looking for the number 2. So as you guys know, this will be my first index and this will be my last index. And the middle index is 2 and 10 is not equal to 2, right? So now what happens? 2 is smaller than 10. Since it is an ascending order sorted array, all the small numbers and the middle value will be towards the left. So we'll now focus our work only towards the left, alright? Okay, let's continue. So since it is towards the left, the right index will now move with the value of mid plus 1. Basically the middle index plus 1. So now let me do that. This is the middle index plus 1. So now our first index is 0 and last index is 1. Now find the middle index of this. It will be 0 plus 1 by 2, which will give you the answer as 0.5, right? The answer will be 0.5, which the computer will convert to 0. So now is 2 the answer you are looking for? Yes, it is. So 2 is equal to 2. Hence we can prove that 2 belongs to this array. So now let's just say you are looking for the number 5 instead. So now we got the middle element of 0 plus 1 by 2, that is 0th index, and the element associated with the index is 2. But 5 is bigger than 2. So now we have to move towards the right. So now we have to do the left elements mid plus 1. So we already know that the first element and the middle index is the same for this case, because we got the mid as 0 plus 1 by 2, that is 0, right? So now since 5 is bigger than 2, we'll be moving towards the right. So whenever we move towards the right index will remain the same, whereas the left index will move right with a formula of mid plus 1. So in this case mid is 0, so the left index will be 0 plus 1, which will be 1. So now both the first and last index will be the same, right? So now first index is 1, last index is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, divided by 2, that will give you 1 as the answer. So we know the first index now, and the element associated with the first index is 5. Therefore the number we are looking for is 5. Therefore 5 equals 5, and hence we can prove that 5 belongs to the array. So it's actually that easy. So now I'll be showing you how to program this just within a few seconds. Alright? Okay then. Okay guys, now let's begin. So the first thing is we're going to be making a function. So please note that to program this you need to have the basic knowledge of Python at least. Okay, so the first thing is you have to make a function. I'm going to name the function as binary because we're doing the binary search, and this will take in two arguments, which is going to be the numbers, the array of numbers that we'll get from the user, and search, the number we're looking for, right? Okay, I'm going to just put colon. Okay, now we have to find out the first and last indexes. So as we know, the first index will always be 0 in the starting case, and the last index will be the length of the array minus 1, right? So in this, the array is numbers, and I can do a minus 1 to that. Now we have to do a loop. Now I'm just going to put while first is less than or equal to last, colon. Okay, so now why am I doing this? I'm doing this to ensure that the first index should always be less or equal to the last index, and the last index should never be less than the first index, because if it is like that, then it means that the program is invalid. Alright, okay, so as we saw before, in certain cases the first and last index may overlap, so that's why the equal to is important here. Okay, so while first is less than or equal to last, now we have to find the middle index. How do we do that? I'm just going to put a variable known as mid, which will get the middle index. So I'm just going to do first plus last /2. Why I'm doing /2 is if it is something like 7.5, I need that in the integer form, that's 7. Okay, so now here comes the if statement. As I mentioned before, after you get the middle value, you're first supposed to check if the number you're looking for is the element in the middle index. So if search equals numbers mid. Why are we putting numbers mid instead of mid? Is because mid would just mean first plus last by 2, which won't really make any sense. We have to mention for which particular array we want this formula to be implemented on. So we want this formula to be implemented on the numbers array, right? Okay, so if search equals numbers mid, I can return true as the answer, which will basically tell me that the number is there in the array. Then I can do an else statement. So now the only two cases are if the search number is bigger than or smaller than the middle number. So I'll just do if search is bigger than numbers mid. Then what should we do? If it is bigger than numbers mid, we'll be moving towards the right, and if we are moving towards the right, the last index will remain the same, right? And only the first index will change. So the first index will change to mid plus 1. If you have any doubts, you can just put the diagram beside this and just compare it. So now else. So now the only other case is if search is less than numbers mid. So in that case, it will be moving towards the left. When it moves towards the left, first will remain constant and only the last index will go to mid minus 1. So that's basically it. It's actually very easy. Now let me just see if my code works or not. I'll put print put binary. So I'm just going to be giving my array as let's say 2, 12, 17, 31, 50. Alright, I just put quite big numbers in this. Okay, now the number I'm looking for is 39. Is 39 in this or not? As you can see, 39 doesn't belong to the array. Let's see what this is. Go to run module and let's see. Okay, there you go. It says none. It says none because 39 is not there in the array. So now let's put a number that is in the array. Let's say I put 31 now. 31 belongs to the array, right? I'm just going to save it and run it. And let's see. And there you go. It says true, which means that it is inside the array. So now if you want a bit more information, you could add one more thing. You could do return true, mid. So this will also be telling you in which index the particular number is. So in this case 31, lies in the 0, 1, 2 in the third index, right? So the answer we are expecting is 2, 3. Let's see if that works. And there you go, the answer is 2, 3. So that's basically it for binary search. I hope you guys understood. If you have any doubts, please leave them in the comment section below. And that's it. Goodbye.